Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Cheap Sense here. And first off, if you're not a subscriber to my channel, make sure you subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. The icon will open up above the bell. Make sure you hit all so you get all content uploaded by me, Mr. Cheap Sense, on this channel. Then you want to go and like the video, share the video, and in the comment section, you're going to make sure you're active. Make sure you comment, leave some kind of thumbs up or some kind of question or comment or statement or whatever you want to put in the comment section, just as long as you're active in the comment section. Also, if you want to be friends with me on Facebook, you can find me as Keith Crook. And it says AKA Mr. Cheap Sense off to the side. And also my Instagram, it is now easier to deal with or find. It is Mr. Cheap Sense, all one word, no spaces. And if you can't find me with all of that information, I don't know what to tell you. So, fragrance or scent of the day. If you are friends with me on Instagram and or I should say friends with me on Facebook and or following me on Instagram, then you already know what I wore today. If not, it is from my house that I pretty much gave up on. I actually had the original scent from this house. I found it, I think it was last Christmas sometime at Bell's, which is the equivalent to your Burke's outlet if you have one. I bought it for like 30 some odd dollars for 50 ml, and it smelled good. Performance was so crappy. Lasted about 30 minutes on my skin. I know other people may say they get better performance from it. That's understandable. Not everything is going to work for everyone. So please don't get butthurt and go in the comment section and say, oh my God, I can't believe that you said such and such and so and so. You have to realize not everything is going to mesh well with everybody's body chemistry. Just because something works well with you and you get 24 hours of longevity and like 16 hours of projection, that doesn't mean that I or somebody else is going to get the same thing. Like I said, Jimmy Choo Man gave me 30 minutes period of just solid anything. And then after that, it was gone. It was no skin scent, no nothing. So I pretty much wrote off the house of Jimmy Choo, and I vowed never to buy another Jimmy Choo fragrance ever. Well, I own 2 more from this house now, and luckily I did not have to pay for these. But the last one I came home with was Jimmy Choo Man Blue, which is this guy. And let me tell you, Jimmy Choo put this fragrance out after the piss poor performance that I got from Jimmy Choo Man. They put this fragrance out and totally redeemed themselves. Man, let me tell you, this is not a wow type fragrance. But if you don't have any of the other fragrances that I'm about to show you, then this one fits well into that slot. If you don't have fragrances already, such as Versace Dylan Blue, Dior Sauvage, I don't give a bleep which one you have, the Eau de Parfum, the EDT, or the Parfum, as long as you have one that's still in the blue fragrance category, or Bleu de Chanel, which is the one that kickstarted the whole blue fragrance thing. If you don't have any of those 3 or any others, then this will definitely fill that void. Now, I cannot vouch for projection and longevity, overall performance, I should say, of this fragrance with anybody else's body chemistry or skin or whatever. This actually worked pretty damn good for me today. I didn't get 30 minutes of whatever out of it. I got more like 5.5 hours of longevity. I got about an hour to an hour and a half projection out of it. Now, I actually didn't have to reapply this at lunchtime because I can still clearly smell it on my skin. And I'm not talking about a faint skin scent. I'm talking about I can keep my arm away from my nose and I can still smell it. So this is much, much better than the original. And I got 2 separate compliments from the same person though. My friend, she messaged me this morning and said, hey, I was still kind of sleepy, but you smelled good this morning on the way to work. And well, we actually were leaving here together. We drove separate cars. We don't live together, not like that. So she told me that in a text message. And then later on that day, I think around lunchtime, she told me again that I smelled good. So this is a very nice blue type fragrance. It does have that kind of ambroxany type smell. I'm not sure of the notes on this, so I'm not even going to try to repeat. But it does kind of have that ambroxan type smell to it. It is a blue fragrance. It smells nice. It's not a wow fragrance. It can get you compliments. Don't overspray, and find this at a decent price. There are a lot of these gift sets floating around at Ross, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and you know they're going to start marking these down heavily, trying to get rid of them. So if you run across this one, or what was the other one? Jimmy Choo Man Ice. You will find these. I don't know about your stores, but I know mine had an abundance of these. I'm kind of glad I did find the 100 ml sizes, but for the most part, get your hands on this one if you can at a decent price. Don't overpay. It's not something worth going out and trying to kill yourself over. If you already have, like I said, Bleu de Chanel, Dior Sauvage, or Dylan Blue, or any other kind of blue fragrance, then you really don't have to go out and get this if you don't want to. I know a lot of people take my advice or, you know, value my opinion on fragrances, and I appreciate that. But I also don't want people to go out and be buying fragrances just because. If you really want it, you really need it, then go out and get it. If not, don't kill yourself trying to go out and find this. It's not that serious. Okay, so with that out of the way, I got 2 packages today. I will say that whatever was in this particular package, it leaked, and you can kind of see the marks here. It's like it's all over the front of the envelope. You can see it clear. It did leak. There are some stains on the back. You also can smell it clearly coming through the package. And I can't remember what exactly this fragrance was. It actually is inside the top. It's kind of hard to see, but it's in the top. You can tell it was leaking. And that's how much juice. I don't know how much they had in here, but the juice level is way down here. And it didn't have a label on it. So I have to go back and find the messages, unless they message me and tell me in the comment section what this was, because I don't remember. But it doesn't smell bad. I like the scent of it. It's just too bad that it leaked out. And I can't tell who sent this. It just says B. I don't know what the name says on it. I don't want to hold it up again so people can get the address off of it, but I'll figure it out. And this one is from Ross over at TLTG. Excuse me, guys. I had to get that yawn in. I'm ready to lay down. This is, I guess, Miguel Matos. And let's see. get this open again because I put tape back on it. I tried to make it easy for me to be able to get to this when I do the video. Oh. All right, so first up, it was Boss the Scent Private Accord is the first one that he sent. And this is a fragrance that eluded me all through the holidays. I could not find a bottle of this to save my life. I did find the other Boss, what was it, the Scent, not the Private Accord. I found the other one, the Scent, which is not bad also. But I sprayed this on my hand and let my friend smell it, and through the atomizer, she didn't like it, but it kind of smells like something else through the atomizer. But I sprayed it on my skin, and it's nice. It's a much, much better version of the Scent. It's very nice. I like that. That smells great. I see why a lot of people talk about it. And then we have from Miguel Matos. This is Sailor Stories. And let me get myself a spray because I can't remember. I did spray it earlier. That one is actually gonna be interesting because there's a story behind this one that Ross actually told me. And I think the story also, he said, was told to him by George Zaharoff. And it's supposed to be, I think, well, I'll get to that later. That's a story for another time. This is my initial first impression. And this is going to be a challenging fragrance. With me knowing the story, I can picture in my head what was going on with this fragrance. And for those of you who know Miguel Matos, very interesting story behind some of these fragrances, especially that one. Next up, we have Miracle of Roses, and I actually sprayed that one here, and you do get a pretty nice rose scent. I don't want to spray that one again, but it's not bad. I like it. And the last two that I didn't get to spray was one called Germaine. And I will spray that one here. Now that's not a bad scent. I like that. And in case you didn't know who this gentleman is behind me, this is Imitsu from Simply Put Scents. That's a bit challenging, but I can wear it. I don't have an issue with it. I actually like that one. So that is Germaine, and the last one is called Silverstone. And I wish I could get my hands on actual bottle presentations of this so I can read the packages and see what the stories are. These atomizers aren't worth a damn. I don't. Definitely different, but not bad. I can deal with that. These are not that bad. Okay. So, something else to add to my curiosity box, because I have those zoologist, I think, fragrances that are very, very interesting, and I need to actually get back to reviewing some of those. I kind of got away from them. I wanted to get in some of these other samples and decants that you all have been sending me that I greatly appreciate, trust me. With that being said, I am going to end this video, and take me a nap before I go to work. We only have, I think, one more day before the new year. So if you haven't gotten your affairs in order, anyone you want to apologize to or bury the hatchet with, or get all of your past aggressions or transgressions out and over and done with, please do so before the new year. Me, for one, I don't have any ill will towards anybody. There are people I don't deal with or I disagree with, and I just tend to stay away from those people. But for the most part, all positivity over here. There's no need for a lot of hostility. I don't understand what's the problem. I mean, we all, especially in the fragrance world, we all are doing the same thing that we love. We talk about fragrances, whether it doesn't matter what the value is on your fragrance, it's still a fragrance. And, you know, we need to get past all the foolishness and being petty and help each other. Be as one. If somebody's, you know, doesn't have the, if somebody you see needs help, reach back and help them. You know, there's some very knowledgeable fragrance reviewers who've been around for a long time. And, you know, I just wish that a lot more of them would reach out and lend a hand, even if it's behind the scenes, and just give the knowledge so some of us can pick up on it and learn from it. There's enough money out here. There's enough fragrances out here. Not everybody's doing the same thing when it comes to videos. People are adding their own flair, their own panache to it, or however you say it. It's just sad that, you know, it's so much animosity and so much trolling and hatred going on in these reviews. The same with the trolls with me. I don't understand why they hate my beard so much. My beard actually is pretty nice. And, you know, like I said before, it may just be some some deprived individuals who either can't grow a beard, they grow a patchy beard, or, you know, just, I don't know, they have issues. But anyway, we're going to move past all of that also. So thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for being very supportive of me throughout 2019. And before that, if you were around when I first started, I appreciate all the love and support. And don't stop. Just because it's a new year, don't stop. We are going even harder coming into 2020. A lot of new things in the workings. I'm not saying that just to say that. And I don't have a game plan yet, but I do have some things that I've been running across my, racking my brain with, that I want to try out. So hopefully it works out. The channel gets bigger and better, and we can do more things. Maybe do some giveaways. I've talked about giveaways before, and for some reason it just ended up not being the right time, or maybe I didn't have something that I felt was good enough to be in a giveaway. I know a lot of people don't want a bunch of cheapies and stuff like that anymore, so we're not going to do that. If I give away something, it's going to be worth giving away. But for the most part, that's all I have for you all. Thank you once again. If I don't see you, in which I'm pretty sure you will see me during New Year's Eve and all of that good stuff, I'm going to be doing some videos. I'm going to be doing some live streams. But stay tuned. Thank you all once again. Here is definitely to smelling great. Jimmy Choo Man Blue with the redemption. And I'm out of here. Peace.